What's going on, guys? David here with another Raceland tech tip. Today we're going to be going over height adjustment and how to properly get your coilovers set up once you have them installed on the vehicle. Now, we do offer several different styles of coilovers, so we're going to go over each one and how to properly get the right height adjusted and set up for those. But first, we're going to focus on the style of front coilovers. Now, all the front coilovers that we offer are going to be McPherson style struts. This means that the shock and the spring are going to be mounted together. But we also have a partially threaded setup and a fully threaded setup. The ride height is going to be adjusted differently on each of these, so we're going to go through them individually. Now, with the partially threaded setup, you're going to only have two collars on the front shock. One is going to be your spring seat, the other is going to be your locking collar. Now, with the included spanner wrenches with the coilover kit, you are going to use these against these spring seats and locking collars to adjust the height. So you'll take the larger of the two wrenches, lock it onto the spring seat, and spin that collar either up or down the shock body. Now, by raising it and compressing the spring, you are raising the height. By lowering that down the shock body and expanding the spring, you're actually lowering the height. So once you get your right height set, you're going to spin that locking collar, that lower collar into place, lock these wrenches onto those collars and spin them opposite of each other to lock that ride height in place. And then you're good to go. Now, the ride height adjustments for the fully threaded kit are going to be a little bit more involved than the partially threaded kit, but still very easy once you understand the basics. Now, with the fully threaded kit, we're not adjusting ride height through the tension of the spring like we are with the partially threaded kit. We are going to adjust it through the lower mount of this kit. So the first thing that you're going to want to do is get your spring preload or spring tension set up. So the way to do that would be to spin the spring seat collar up into the spring until you get the spring tight and that's not able to move up and down. That's all you need to do, no need to do more. Then you're going to spin the locking collar up into the spring seat, and like the partially threaded kit, you're going to lock those two, spin them together, and lock them together. And then once you get those locked on, there will be a third collar against the lower mount. You're going to want to make sure that that is loose, and you're actually going to spin the entire shock body in or out of this lower mount to either lengthen the coilover to raise the height or shorten the coilover to obviously lower the height. Now, we found a great little trick to use one of the wrenches on the collars to help spin that shock body into the lower mount. So if you are wanting to lower it, you want to shorten the shock, you're going to use the bigger of the two wrenches, lock that onto the locking collar now that these two are locked together, and spin that. And by spinning that top collar into the lower collar, it will grab the shock body and spin it into the mount. Now, the same is true for raising the height. Take the smaller of the two wrenches, lock it onto the lower collar, and spin it into the top spring seat, and that will spin the shock body out, thus lengthening the shock and raising the height. And then once you get ride height set on that, make sure to spin that locking collar against the lower mount, use the smaller of the two wrenches, and lock that into place. Now, for the rear height adjustment, we've got several different styles. Now, if your coilover kit has a McPherson style strut, like we showed you for the fronts, you're going to adjust ride height exactly the same as we showed you there. But there are going to be two other options. These are going to be divorce setups, meaning that spring and shock are mounted separately from each other. And we have a partially threaded and a fully threaded divorced rear. So for the partially threaded, you'll notice that the shock is going to be one solid piece. You're just going to mount that as normal like you would with a factory shock. The spring gets mounted separately. With the spring, you're going to have an adjustment perch that is going to adjust and change your ride height. You're only going to have a spring seat in this. You're not going to have a locking collar. Don't be alarmed. It's not going to be like the front where it has that movement side to side with the turn of the wheel. So once you get ride height set, the weight of the vehicle is actually sufficient to hold that in place. Now, for some vehicles, this perch is going to be installed against the lower control arm. If that is the case, you're just going to simply take the wrench that's included, lock it onto the spring seat. Raising that spring seat up the perch will raise the height, down the perch will lower the height. Now, for some vehicles, this is going to be flipped and this perch is actually going to be installed on the top. Now the adjustment is going to be opposite. So spinning the spring seat towards the ground is going to raise the height, and then up is going to lower the height. Now for the fully threaded divorce setup, you're going to have the same spring and perch combo with one spring seat. Same concept to adjust ride height here. If it's on the top or the bottom, you're going to be compressing the spring to raise the height, decompressing to lower the height. On some of these vehicles that have larger collars, we do include a special sized wrench to lock onto that. Again, no locking collar for these, as the weight of the vehicle is going to be sufficient. The only area where this is going to be different for the divorced fully threaded setup is going to be the rear shock, where you do have an adjustable lower mount that is able to change the overall length of this shock. So what you're going to want to do is keep this lower shock bottom unbolted, adjust your spring to get the ride height in place, and then once you get the spring ride height in place, you'll put a jack or a lift underneath the control arm, lift that up so the spring has tension on it, and then rotate this lower mount to the appropriate length where it lines up perfectly with the mounting bolt. Put the bolt through, tighten that down, and then lock that locking collar in place. So if you guys have any questions regarding how to adjust ride height on your Raceland coilovers, send us an email, give us a call. We'll see you on the next one.